Alright, there's another video for 1HT about exercise 16 and 17 from the diagnostic test in chapter 8. Now let me just start this video by saying that some of these exercises are really difficult, and if some people were able to figure them out themselves, then I'm really proud, but I'm also proud of the rest for just trying, because this is very difficult to do, especially when you're at home. I mean, there are no lessons yet, so I was hoping by now I could have just explained this, in the classroom, but unfortunately that's not the case. So I'll do my best with this video, and let's see who understands it. And if you don't really understand it yet, no problem, we'll just do this later, right? But here we have 16. Here we see b to the power of 3, to the power of 3, and then plus b6, b plus b9. So if you have a power to a power, then we multiply them. So that's going to be b to the power of 9. And then we have plus b to the power of 6 plus b to the power of 9. Now, only if the powers are equal you can add them. So the first one and the last one you can add. So you have 2 of these, and then you have 1 of these. So this is the answer, 2b9 plus b6. And then we have this one. The 3 here is in the bracket, so you have to do 3 to the power of 3. So that's 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. And then a, if you have a power to a power, you need to multiply those numbers. So you get 6. 2 times 3 is 6. Then it says here minus 5. And then we have a 3 to the power of 2. So that's also going to be a to the power of 6. Now you can see that the powers are the same. So we can subtract the 5 from the 27. So you have 22a to the power of 6. Moving on to exercise C. Here we have a minus. So I'm just going to copy that. And then we have minus 2 to the power of 4. So that's minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2 times minus 2. That's going to be 16. And then we have x, and then 3 times 4 is 12. Plus, I see a 3 here. Right, it's in front of the bracket, so I'm just going to copy it. And then we have 2 to the power of 3. So that's 2 times 2 times 2. So that's going to be 8. And then we have x to the power of 12. Now before we simplify this further, we need to, multiply that. So here we have minus 16x to the power of 12, and 3 times 8 is 24x to the power of 12. So minus 16 plus 24 is going to be 8. So the answer is 8x to the power of 12. So when you add them, the powers don't change. Right? There are a lot of different rules that you need to know and apply. Right? We're going to go to exercise 17 now. Well, A is actually, not so hard, but C is going to be a bit more difficult. If you divide two powers here, numbers with a power, then you have to subtract these numbers. So if it says, let me just do an example over here. If you have x to the power of 7 divided by x to the power of 3, the answer is going to be x to the power of 4. Okay? And the reason for that is because x to the power of 3 times x to the power of 4 is going to be x to the power of 7. Right? So this divided by is the opposite. So to get that, you have to multiply these two. So that's why you subtract it in this case. So here we have 10 divided by 5, and then we also have these powers. Now these are regular numbers. Right? So you just divide them normally. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And then for the a's, a power divided by a power, then you do minus, so 10 minus 5 is 5. Moving on to exercise B. First we look at the normal numbers, minus 40 and minus 10. If you do minus 40 divided by minus 10, you're going to get 4, because this fits 4 times in that. Then this power, the 3, is only for the B, it's not for the A. We only have one A. And you divide it by 1a, so what happens is that you can actually just remove them. There are no a's anymore. Okay? And b to the power of 3 divided by b squared, then you have b to the power of 1 left. But the 1 you don't have to write down. So the answer here is 4b. Exercise C. Here we have in brackets 3a to the power of 8 squared to the power of 3. So first we're going to do 3 to the power of 3. And they choose this example like a lot of times. Here we also had that 3 to the power of 3 in my previous video also. But it's going to be 27. And then here we have a to the power of 6. And then at the bottom you have minus 9a to the power of 3. So then 27 divided by minus 9, that's going to be minus 3. and then we have a to the power of 3. Okay. So yeah, this was the explanation for 16 and 17. Thank you very much for watching. And again, if there are a few things that you still don't fully understand, I mean, it's no problem. In the future, whenever we have a lesson, I will just catch up on it, explain it better, just see what you're doing. Because I can't look at your you know, when you're at home, I can't see what you're doing. So where you make a mistake, I can only see your final answers when you hand it in. And then sometimes I can't really say what you should have done or so, right? So yeah, hopefully this video makes sense. And this is the end of chapter 8 also, so I think we're gonna start with chapter 9 soon. So thank you very much for watching, and have a nice weekend. Bye bye.